everybody, Dr. Ryan Dunlop here, and thank you for joining me for another edition of the Full Arch Masters podcast. Today I'm joined with kind of the wizard. I'm joined with the man behind the curtain, helping us put together this amazing media stream that you see coming from us constantly. Yeah. Who are you?
I am Jose Cruz. Born, raised Seattle. Here, live in Fresno. I'm working with you, man, creating all your awesome content. I'm just excited to be here and work with you, man. That's who I am.
We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And over time, I feel like we've kind of developed a unified voice. Mm-hmm. And what has that process been like?
It's been challenging. There's a lot of things in life that I've learned, and, especially getting into media, because like we've talked earlier and talked to other doctors today, just in our FAM course, this first one this year, it's like I come from news. It's very straightforward, to the point. There's no attachment. There's no connection. Right, we want the story, to hit it and quit it and leave,
right.
But here there has to be a connection. You can't just shoot something and walk away. There's got to be more than that, because we're telling a story. We're promoting a business. We're promoting a lifestyle, a brand, a culture, and still being professional, but having fun. So it's been challenging, man. And it really, like I said earlier today, it's like, this September or so will be 4 years we've worked with each other.
Wow. Time flies.
In between in that time, it really, I've seen a lot of growth, a lot of elevating and reading your mind, predicting where you would be and what you're wanting, and trying to stay ahead of the curve and elevate, not just stay stagnant. I think that's where it's been for me, and my family here. So
it is definitely a family operation. You can't see them on the camera, but there's two lovely ladies back there that are helping us. I really like that about your operation is you bring a lot of talent, a lot of passion, but also a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication to your family, to the table. And that's something that I put a lot of emphasis on in my life too. So I think we see eye to eye right there.
Yeah, 100%.
So 2024 is off to a great start. We just finished a course. You and I brainstormed this idea over the last couple of months to start helping our alumni docs with some of their media challenges. Tell me about that idea.
No, the idea was obviously fan media, because again, we get a lot of questions. Me and my wife, we come shoot all week, get B-roll, and the rigs we use sometimes, and we've really simplified the process. And a lot of times, these doctors or people that I've experienced, they think you need the big cinematic rigs, the $20,000, $30,000 cameras, $10,000 lenses. You don't. If you have the heart and will and the ability to learn, and you just need your phone. Right. And I think what we've learned, the cutting edge technology always grows, so we got to grow. So this is the 15 Pro Max, the ProRes log, all this stuff that's probably like, wait, what? I don't know what that is. That's why you hire, me or bring me along and my family or my wife, and it's like we can show them, no, it's in the palm of your hand. Right. For us to give you that same cinematic quality that these rigs have, and then one thing has been, I've been saying, kind of my saying, it's content now. Right. So when we started doing these, and we made a big adjustment last year, I think summer, we met and talked about, well, we gotta level up, Jose, and we did, and that's where I think we've learned to simplify the process and starting fan media. And that's when we started getting more attention.
Right.
That's when the reels, that's when the content started getting pushed out. Not months, it's like hours after that whole event happened, or the interview, or the whatever the case may be. And I think that's where the brainstorm happened. And then when you start seeing the fruits of that, doctors start saying, well, I want a piece of that fruit. How do I get that? Right. That's how we brainstormed that, from just, I think, like authenticity, just from organic growth and natural circumstances here.
Right. So you've made some road trips. You've done some work for some of our awesome alumni docs. What were those experiences like?
Yeah, the first one, we went to Pflugerville. I've never heard of a Pflugerville.
That's shout out to you, Dr. Munn.
Yes, Dr. Munn, you and your team there. It was fun. It was new for me, man. Like we've talked off camera, and we're very candid and real with each other. I'm a guy from the streets, man. I'm from the hood, man. I had unlivable situations as a kid, but for me to be in this position in life, man, it's just, to be traveling and connecting with people, man, it's a blessing. It's fun. It's new experiences. and to be out first, we worked with Dr. Munn at Pflugerville and his team. It was a huge success. He loved the commercials we shot for them. We show a lot of in-house, editing using simple things, man, but still, again, quality.
Right.
You're not losing quality because a lot of people think, well, if I do it on my own, it's not going to look like what a Jose or anybody else will do. No, we get that,
Right.
So what that experience was like was amazing because, again, they have somebody there. I think Leslie, she's just this younger generation that's quick.
Right.
And once I showed her CapCut, they bought the pro version, she caught on quick. And it's like one of those things where giving these doctors, because the message, because we've shot couple podcasts today and even being on your lectures, you want to empower these doctors,
right.
In-house.
Right.
So social media marketing shouldn't just be
something you write a check for.
Yeah, no, it's like, hey man, if you can do it, that's why I have my family here.
Right.
It's like I want them to be empowered, and so with Dr. Munn in Pflugerville, that was a huge success. And as you guys were talking, you're seeing this B-roll, we're just communicating everything, man, talking to their patients, telling their story, and then 2024, the first week of the new year, we flew out to Kentucky.
Right.
At Dr. Bo Wright's office. We just got back from that maybe 2 weeks ago, and that was really fun. Because his facility is huge.
Right.
So there's a lot to shoot, a lot to work with. And again, it's empowering their team to think we can do this. Well, I thought it was only a marketing company or somebody else. It's like no, it's in house, and that's one thing I love about your message here and what you promote here, man. It's in you. If you have a good team around you, which you do, again, man, the success is it's inevitable, and so I think that's what I've experienced. Again, first week of the new year, man, we flew out. Happy New Year, we're going to work.
Right. Hit the ground running. Hit the year running.
Mm-hmm. And then next week, or now by the time this drops, we should have already come back from Houston.
Right.
We're going to Houston for our office out there, so we're super excited about that. And I think that's kind of where we've learned is seeing where these practices need. We see the need.
Right.
They see the need. It's like now they can facilitate it. There's hope for more growth.
And I've seen some of those offices already utilizing the posting skills, the social media skills that you're leaving there. Our goal is to go out to these offices and leave a mark, leave a change. Don't just come in and make a bunch of media and then go.
Yeah.
You want to actually make a change to the day-to-day operations of that practice so that they are more geared towards getting authentic content. They are more geared towards posting and spreading their brand and spreading awareness on a regular basis. That's a real positive change that I think you're going to be able to make for these alumni practices.
100%, because like we've talked about, is talent. Yes, talent and patient story. Even showing your infomercial today, it's not about the teeth.
It's not. It's a human story.
Yeah, it's a human story, and these doctors are the same. They're human beings.
Right.
Sometimes the community, or I would say, the civilians, look at doctors and think, oh, they think they're this, they think they're that. No, man, we're trying to pull that side out of,
Right.
Because when I first met you, my assumption of you was like, this dude's a real dude, So when we start getting to know each other, he's not just a dude, he's Dr. Ryan Dunlop, and it's like you see the humanity, you see the doctor, you see what he worked for, but you see he's still a human being.
Right.
So if we go to these practices and pull that out, I call you the one hitter quitter. Every time you shoot a reel, just bam, or you shoot a quick stand up, it's like that's all you need. If it's from the heart,
right,
it's going to come out real. And that's the vision of what fan media, and that's the heart of fan media, because I've gotten that from you, and that's in me. When we go there and we pull that out,
right.
We don't just, all right, we're one done, we got, whatever.
We got what we need, we're out.
We stay connected,
Well, let me ask you this. You're more of an expert on this than I am, but I think all of us can sense the difference between authentic media and scripted media. And when I watch a lot of dental offices, their Instagram pages and their Facebook pages, it seems very manufactured. It seems very generic. It seems very scripted. Our stuff seems kind of raw, and even though it's heavily edited and beautiful and polished, it seems authentic. What's the difference from your eye behind the camera of kind of this cookie cutter content versus what you're able to attain?
I just think the difference is, and I can only go gauge it by what we've done in our experience, and me personally working with other, businesses, people that are wanting to do this type of work. I think the difference is, man, is just the genuine care to do it. It's like, I'm not here to make money. My thing is, on my personal show, I have, I like to tell the story behind the glory. All the people see is the glory, the success, or whatever, but they don't know the story.
Right.
So and a lot of times when someone jumps in front of the camera and it's not authentic, I come from the news world. These reporters that I've worked with, these anchors, they are not who they say or pretend to be on air. Then they are off.
Drop any names? No.
Well, I was gonna, but that's the thing, and people can recognize that. Even as a news photographer I was, and then my in-laws, I don't like that person that you're working with because they just don't seem real. It just seems like our camera's on. Hi, everybody. And, it's like,
right.
It's like, I think the difference is, man, people can see it, man. My BS meter is the same way. It's like, now you're not real, and then to pull that out of somebody, man, it's rare, So the difference is, man, some people want to do it or they don't care to do it,
right.
Or they're just afraid to do it. And a lot of it's in them, It's like we talked today, was our first pod we shot. How do you make it so authentic? It's just, you got to practice. You got to put yourself out there. You got to be vulnerable. And
right.
People don't know how. You never will succeed in this social media because content creating is not going anywhere now.
No, it's its own industry.
Yeah, it's crazy where I never thought 5-7 years ago I'd be in this
You'd
position.
Be a social media content creator.
Podcasting,
right?
Making money off this. And I'm like, I was flipping burgers. I was running across, I was building beams in houses,
Right.
Digging dirt, but here I am. And it's like, until you pull the vulnerability out, man, and that's what people connect. That's what goes viral. Right. People see the real. And I think with what people see, other practices see here at Full Arch Masters, Fan Media, Dr. Ryan, they see the authenticity. It's not just, oh, here we go. It's not, oh, look at me.
Yeah, another corporate line or whatever.
There's no hype. I would say there's no hype.
So there's a lot of perks to being a Full Arch Masters alumni doc, right? Mm-hmm. You get access to early release products. You get access to new workflows before they become mainstream. You get discounts on a lot of different products and a lot of different industries. This is the newest perk of being a Full Arch Masters alumni is you get access to the fan media. So to just briefly describe what this means, like what is fan media packages? What are we doing for them?
Man, I think what we're doing is we're pulling out the best of you, and again, it's not about making money. I feel like you said it earlier, the teeth are the perk. It's the story. And for me, the money's the perk. The experience working with these doctors, man, they get the experience, they get their hands on. I feel like that's where, we succeed at is pulling out the real of it, I feel, and it's like that's what they get out of it. Because everything else, it will come naturally. When you have someone like you, what you do throughout this whole week, the light turns on.
Right.
When the switch turns on, you're like, oh, I could have been doing this a long time ago. Right. And that's what we do is we bring fan media to you to show you, it empowers you to be that, empowers
So you're training team members to be able to collect and create or authentic content using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You get all those media channels set up for them in the practice. You show them how to collect their own content and edit it in a basic form that looks nice and it's easy, and get that media onto those platforms and just start sharing.
Yeah.
You also go in and you film actual live patient testimonials. Yes. You film a live surgical case where someone's getting a brand new smile, life-changing thing, and you put together your own media for them, right? So you put together commercials or podcasts or whatever media they decide that they want.
Yeah.
And then they're free to do whatever they want with that. And our team helps negotiate contracts and get those commercials on the air or
tracking numbers,
get tracking numbers so that you can collect data on this, on your ROI in house. But you're really leaving a mark on these practices. And if they take what you've taught them, they can control their own destiny even more and have more empowerment over this entire process.
100%.
Because what we teach here at Full Arch Masters is from the moment they see an ad and the moment they call to the 6-month hygiene visit, it's one process. You have to have everybody in line and everybody rowing together. Otherwise, it's not going to be the patient experience that you hope.
Yeah.
So we want everybody from treatment coordinator, intake coordinator, advertising, messaging, branding, surgery, pre-op, materials, lab. Everybody's got to be stepping in line, like a what do they call it? The drummers, like
okay, it's like all the drum line and all
drum
that.
line.
Yeah.
So like a drum line, everyone's got to be in unison for it to really feel like the magic that it is. And you're in the newest part of that, and just closing the loop and trying to give docs just a little bit more control over this process.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You know, giving them control, because sometimes when you feel like you don't have control, you just kind of. I've experienced a lot of people just give up.
Right.
You know, and it's like, well, I guess this is just the way it is.
Right.
It's not. You know, and after experiencing, you know, having personal conversations with Dr. Munn, Dr. Wright, and you hear the struggle, you hear, man, this is like just experiencing Full Arch Masters, flagship, advanced courses, you know, dental, or just the lab, you know, lab and finish, you know, now media. It's like, this gives me, you know, hope, you know, to push past that and know I can control this, you know, and it's like I can get my own content. Sometimes, you know, they get content shot for them and they don't even see it. They don't have hard copies. They don't have something they can promote from themselves. And again, it gives them that sense of freedom to know that I have control of this. And your message since I've been working with you here has been that.
Right.
You know, we were on a yacht in Miami.
I realized really what the crystallized image of Full Arch Masters is all about. And what I realized this weekend is that the goal for the rest of my career is to empower doctors to own the Full Arch process. There are forces in our industry that are trying to take the control away from the doctors, and yet they are not taking the risk away from the doctors. They are willing to take the control, but they are willing to leave the risk where it is. And so we are the doctors that go to work every day. We are the teams that go to work every day, and we take control of our patient's destiny. And we take all the risk for their rehabilitations. So we should have all of the control. And so that's what I want to dedicate the rest of my career to, is to helping all of you gain as much power and control over the Full Arch process as possible. And that, if I can succeed in doing that by helping you guys, then I will have considered myself a success in my career.
And you had a speech. You go check it out. The link will be right here.
Right.
You gave an empowering speech. You know, there are forces in this world trying to take this from you. Your hard-earned, you know, businesses, what you built on your back, and they're trying to take that from you. And I think when you give someone that hope, I think was it Dr. Bernardo said in Arizona, he says, for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you got to be in the tunnel. You know, so when you see the light at the end, that means, you know, hey, I would say fam is the light. You know,
Hashtag fam is the light.
Everything works with that, man. Everything works with that.
Well, I can say that, you know, I consider you to be one of my road dogs. You have an infectious personality. When I'm around you, I feel like I start talking like you. I feel like I start saying things like dope all the time. I feel like I start kind of walking like you. And I don't know, you just have an infectious personality, and that
Appreciate
spreads
that.
to the people around you. And I thoroughly enjoy working for you, working together. Working to make you work.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
I'm excited to see what kind of impact we can make for these alumni docs over the next 12 months.
100%.
You know, imagine if we could do one of these a month, and at the end of the year we have 12 different offices that have really turned the tide and are now empowered from a branding and messaging perspective. That's a good goal, you know.
100%. I want to say, you know, I appreciate the opportunity, man. We said, again, was it Tuesday, walking out of the lab, and it's like, man, you took this guy from the hood, man, to be somewhere I'm at now, you know, as a testament, someone believing in you, you know, someone taking a chance on you. And in life, we need that.
Right.
We need the challenge. We need the growth. And this has really challenged me in the best way possible. There's nothing negative I have to say about working here, because I love it. I genuinely love it. And when you find something you love, man, you want to grow it. You want to take care of it. You want to nurture it, and it's like, but it's business, and I love the business, man. It's fun. So the opportunity I want to say is put it out there is thank you. Appreciate believing in our family. Again, this is a family business. We definitely I want to empower my kids. My wife shouldn't win. I die again, because that's a whole nother story.
It's a different podcast.
But again, it's just when you take the chance to believe in someone, man, that's what I want to put out there. And, because again, people come here, they don't know our stories.
Right.
They just think, oh, that's just a guy shooting. That's just somebody on the camera. That's just a lab guy. That's just
the story behind it.
Yeah. So that's my message. I would say that I appreciate you, Doc, and to be here is a great opportunity, man.
I have to tell you that I can sometimes see the future, and I do think that you're going to be unemployed at some point because Lily's going to take over.
Man,
so you might just be sitting on the couch. She might take over the whole operation at some point.
She's 100% ready. Talented in every way, man. Faster, quicker.
Right.
And that's just life, man. So how are we setting up our generations to take over?
Right. Well, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, Lily.
Let's go.
So you got good parents. But again, if you're an alumni doc watching this, and you're interested in taking your social media game to the next level or to the first level, you need to get in touch with me and Jose, and we will find time on our schedule to get the fam media team out to your office to do live video, to do content creation, and to help you spread the message of what you do in your office and help you empower yourself and your office to do it your way. So thanks for joining us for another edition of the Full Arch Masters podcast. I'm joined by the other half of the Full Arch Masters podcast, Jose, and I'm excited, man.
Same. I'm excited, Doc. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Have a great day, and stay tuned for the next edition of the Full Arch Masters podcast.